Guys, GS7 and welcome to the second starter squad build FIFA 17 that I am bringing you. Today we are having a different one. It's 2 leagues, sort of 3. It's not a full hybrid of 3 leagues, but it is sort of 2/3 leagues. And yes, exactly, it is going to be a team that is 10 to 30k. Again, there are a couple of 10-ish-k players, and so that'll probably put up to about 30k, which of course you can swap if you don't want them. Anyway guys, first up we have Vazquez. Can you make a team without an Arsenal player? Not really, because they're so sensational. You could, of course, Czech would actually fit in here. If you do have the coins for Czech, you can put Czech in here. But for the 83 dive and 84 reflex, 77 position, Vazquez is a player that is always brilliant on FIFA, and I'd expect him to do well on FIFA 17 for this team. So next up is a player I don't like too much. It's Vertonghen. This is a Spurs player, of course. Vertonghen's not my favourite player of all time. He's not, because he plays for Spurs. And you could also have Alderweireld. He would actually fit in here as well nicely. But Vertonghen's not too bad a card. He's got 6'7 pace, 83 defending, 81 physical. It's not too bad. 83 rated. He'll do the job, and he fits in here for the chemistry purposes. Next up we have the second Arsenal player, and that is their summer signing, Mustafi. Mustafi's a very good player in real life. I'm a big fan of Mustafi, and I'm glad he joined Arsenal. 70 pace, 83 defending, 79 physical. He's the same rate as Mustafi. I don't understand how that works, but that is what it is. And yeah, of course, Mustafi, 83 rated. He'd be a player that I'd like. Next up we have a player who's basically for chemistry. We need a Belgium left back to make this team work. Pognoli, he is played for Brighton in the Championship. He looks like a decent card though. He doesn't look too bad. He looks an average player, and he is just there. You could upgrade to different players, but that requires more spending, and he was just a cheap option for you to use. And next up we do have Coke, who looks just like Nick 2018. A lot of people have said it already. He does look quite a lot like him, and of course he does look like a very, very good player overall. He looks decent, and he is a cheap player that will do the job. Next up we have a good player, very good player, Hazard, Eden Hazard's brother, Thorgan Hazard. Yeah, play him in centre midfield role. He does look like he'll be a strong centre mid. I can maybe better for him, but for this team, he does look like centre mid is the position that he requires. And next up, we do have Mario Götze. Mario Götze is one of a few players that you can fit in there, depending on what coins you have and who you can afford. You could have the likes of Draxler, of other players. They would all fit in there, I believe. As long as it's a German from the Bundesliga, they will fit into this team right there where Mario Götze is. And so you can switch him out, but I'm quite a big fan of Mario Götze. The player who's getting that German link with him is, of course, Kimmich, a very good youngster who's played for Bayern Munich. He started his career very well at Bayern Munich, and he's getting into the first team now. And then he's a very good all-rounded player, and I can see him progressing. And 78 rated, he does look all-round stat, and I can see him being even better and becoming an 85 plus potentially in the future. And then on the left wing we do of course have Musonda. I believe he's still on loan from Chelsea, been on loan out of them for a while now. He's a very good skillful 5-star skill with his 5-star weak for 88 pace, 83 dribble and 70 passing. He's a very good all-rounded player, Musonda, and I'm sure he'll be a very good card to use. Won't be that expensive because he's only 77 rated, but I'm sure a lot of people will want to use Musonda, and he's a very, very good player. In story, we do in fact have a player who could win in the team this season. Last FIFA, Ruben Kasper. He's a strong League 2 Musonda, and I believe he'll be a good player overall. His pace has been downgraded a little bit because he is getting on now, I think 35 or something like that today now, and so he does seem to be a decent striker. But if you'd like someone with more pace, you could of course find someone who has got more pace instead of him, and potentially buy a more expensive striker if you do have the funds to do so. For this team, it's more basically for the cheaper squads and for people who are just starting and the start of FIFA 17. Finally, we have Real Madrid's new winger, young winger who does play when Ronaldo is or Bale are out, is Lucas Vazquez. He looks a very good youngster, 81 pace, 80 dribbling, 71 shoot, 77 passing, a decent all-round card. Nothing too spectacular on his card, but I know he's got great shooting abilities and he's got great dribbling abilities. I'm sure he is a very, very fun player to use on this game overall. So guys, I've been GS7. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and please subscribe. And you can see there are technically 4 leagues on there, but there's only one from the last league. So a 3-league hybrid is what this basically is. It's a decent 3-league hybrid. It's not a perfect one, but it'll do. And it does seem like that'll be a very strong squad because the players on this game, the players on FIFA are players that perform well, and most of them players are players that I've played with quite a lot, and they do seem to perform well on FIFA. Anyway, please like, please subscribe, and comment if you'd like to tell me any more squads I should do. Anyway, I'll see you later. Goodbye.